Good afternoon everybody. I'm just going to give you a quick update now as to the engine status of my XS1100. In a previous video I mentioned that I bought these cabinets from an auction. I give a tenner for two big cabinets like that. And the reason I've got that is to put all the bits in. So I'll just show you this. So I've got some bits in there. All the bits in there. It's just to keep them out of the way really, and then I'm going to put some more bits in there. Same with that. I'm resting the head and the barrels on the top. So what I was going to show you now is I've taken the bolts out of the upper casing, turned the engine over. There's a tiny bit of oil still left in. So what I'm going to do now today is split the crankcases. I wanted to visually show you this just before I undid it all, and it's hopefully going to give me a reference as to, you know, how it should be when I put it back and stuff. So just bear with me while I just move over very slowly. It's mainly just for myself, like I say, as a reference point, so I know how to put it back. I've been having a word with a bloke called Pete this morning, who's done quite a few of these engines, and he's given me some hints and tips on what to look for regarding the second gear problem. So I'm hoping that it isn't, or should I say it doesn't have that problem, but well, going on what's happened so far, I'm pretty sure that it probably will have. So okay then, wind that bloody this stupid lamp thing. Right. But what I want to show you was this. Obviously that's the oil pump. There was a load of crap on there, but I don't know if you can see it. The sump is just filled with loads and loads of gunge, and I mean gunge. So if I can just, I mean, look at that. It's just absolutely, I don't even know what that is. It looks like snot, to be honest with you. But look at it. There's tons of it. I haven't got a clue what it is. It's just disgusting. Well, it's all over the place. So obviously God knows when this engine has last been cleaned out. But the thing is, if this bike hasn't suffered with the second gear issue, well, even if it has, I'm still gonna have to do it. But I'm hoping that it hasn't. This is going to be absolutely spotlessly clean when it goes back in the bike. So what I'll try and do is I'll just scrape that out. So there you have it. So today, like I say, I'm going to be splitting the crankcases on this bike. So we will see how it goes. Right, I'm going to, I hope you can hear me because she's got radio on upstairs. I'm going to lift the crankcase halves off now. So we'll see how it goes. Right. There we go. So what I'll do is just show that so that we can see how it goes back together and stuff. Right, there's stuff like this, look. I don't know if that's right or not, but there's like a ring there with a gap at the top, but at that side the gap's there, so I'll have to read the manual about that. So crank, as well. That's the primary chain. Is that supposed to be that slack? I don't know. It looks really slack, doesn't it? So I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or not. So there we go, split in half. Now I've just popped the other half in there. I know it's not ideal, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that over now, so bear with us. Right, so that's now turned over. Right, there's a dog there, look, like that. So I suppose I need to get this back to that position in order to put the crankcase halves back together. So there we have it. Right, all I'm going to do, it's going to be a bit boring now, because I'm going to basically just zoom into that and just keep it on that, so I know what it should look like when I put it back together. I don't know if that looks bent. It doesn't look as straight as the others. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not. Anyway. So there we have it. Right, I've got the crank cases separated as in the previous video, well the previous clip, and now the crank is out. So that's the upper crankcase. The only thing that's left in that are the bearing shells, a bearing there and that there. I'm leaving them in. Obviously I'm going to have to check these, but anyway, I've put all the screws back in so I don't lose any. I know what's what. What I'm going to do is inquire about getting the crankcases bead blasted or something like that. That's the crank there, just resting on top of that box, a recycling box, which is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that up and just put that somewhere safe until I come to that. These are the other stuff. I've put everything back on, the shafts and stuff, and I've wrapped the gearbox in there. So the only thing left to do now is to start taking the gearbox out of that. Incidentally, all that shit there, this is, well, ridiculous. This is the actual bottom crankcase. Now because when you take them to bits you lift the bottom off the top, that shit was already in there. It wasn't anything from, you know, me not cleaning the engine. It's just, I don't even know what it is. It doesn't feel metallic, it just feels, I don't know. But anyway, so all this is going to get cleaned out. So where we go. So one engine in bits. There we go.
And action.
Right. I've cleaned that crankcase. I've started taking the bolts out. I need some new ones of these. 4 of them, 8 of them. I'm going to get them made. I've put this part of the gearbox in this part of the casing because I'm trying to suss out how this second gear problem is. I've been told what to look for, but I can't actually see anything, so I just thought I'd try everything. So that's in neutral, so I'll stick it in first. Right, so that's first gear now, look. So back into neutral, neutral, into second. There, that's second. But this problem is supposed to jump out of gear, but how do you do it? I haven't got a fucking clue.
YouTube it.
Well, is it supposed to? Is it supposed to just jump out of gear? I don't know. That's second. That's third. Still in gear. That's 4th. That's 5th. So It's engaging all the gears. If I go back down the box, fourth, third, second, neutral, first. So come on Mrs. Google, you tell me how it works, because you know it all. Right.
Arsehole.
So, that's going to go in there until I'm ready to do something with that. Right, just come here a minute, Ida. So, yep. Oh, that won't turn because of that then. So if I, right there, look. I think it's that. When that is there, as in like that, that is second gear, apparently, I think. So, what?
I'm going to pause it.
Yeah. Right, as we was rudely interrupted, I'll be honest with you, I'm not understanding gears very well, but I think that is the second gear and that is the fifth gear, and I don't know if it's them two I need to be looking at, or if it's on that other shaft there what's being banged up, I don't know. But I've been told that I need to look at these forks, gear selector forks. Now I don't know if that's actually where or if that's supposed to be like that. I don't know. There, look.
No, it's very bright. Your lamp's too bright. You need to turn it off. Your lamp's too bright.
So I don't know if that's... Eh?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if that's where there. And I don't... but... I don't know. I don't know if it's that fork or what. Anyway, what I need to do is take this out and I can see it on the bench then, can't I? I can't even fucking get it out. Problem is, right, just digressing a little bit. Right, see them clips there? See that?
Yes.
That clip? That ring thing. These have been stuck in.
Do you ever think that you just need proper tools to get them off with and they're actually
in the manual it just says lift it out.
Right.
Oh, let me put this back into neutral. Is that in neutral? No. Yes.
You don't even know. You're just guessing.
No, that's in neutral because look, that's...
Do you know what?
Right.
If you ever get to ride this bike and you do it up, make sure you take some insurance out on yourself.
I think that's first there, look.
Because
that's first. And that's neutral. Sure it is.
yeah.
Right, anyway, so I'll just carry on. I'll take these out and then I'm going to send the casings off to get blasted. And that's another issue because I've been told vapour blasting, bead blasting. I think I'm going to get them vapour blasted and I can start rebuilding it then. So I'm doing the engine a lot earlier than I thought I was going to do. But anyway. Cut! Cut!